Roy, let's create a scenario from what he has said in the area of arrests. Now, we have heard, a lot of people talk about treason and so on. If it were in the days of military, by now a lot of persons would have been behind bars. But thank God we're in the democracy. However, if we create a scenario where, based on the statements some persons have made, arrests were effected or made, what scenario do you think that is going to create? Because a lot of persons have said that from the way there's tension and people, have this mind of hitting the streets any moment. If you arrest someone they feel is their leader or someone they have, some kind of affiliations to, there's bound to be a kind of a massive reaction. What do you make of that?
Look at arrests. Arrest, invitation is a window.
Okay.
Invitation to answer for perceived wrong statements, wrongdoing, is a window. And some of those invitations, some people come with their followers to answer. They wait outside. Then you will now see the man come outside that he has answered the question. He was not arrested, But currently, we have a backlog. Remember, before the elections, we said that towards this election now, these 2, 3, 4, 5 months, use it to address former electoral malpractices. Use it. While I'm being prepared, this guy, he's the one that did this for Labour, for PDP, for AP, for APC, all those people. Because in this discussion, we must not accrue credibility to any party, okay? Because criminality is in every tribe, every religion, and every... I've told people before, my grandmother is Ijebu from my dad's side. My dad is Edo. My mother is Fulani, Kor Fulani. I married from the East. So if you look at that...
You are an all-rounder.
And I'm a military veteran. The military veteran is for the nation. So we must be careful what we are saying. Now, if you deal with those cases before the election, as we were crying, we would have had a lot of people that were seen as, hey, this guy, we deal with them, calming down. That's number one. 2, after the elections, during and after, a lot of arrests were made. Even when the protests were going on, some that went violent, a lot of arrests were made. I use this portable case to just show you something. If these persons that were seen on viral videos making statements, actionable presence of police personnel at the center, seeing them carry the ballot box and all of that, invite those people, show them the videos, let them begin to answer questions. It would have toned down a lot of things. Invite the APC, the Labour Party, the PDP, who are the key parties that are contesting right now. Invite all their seen with evidence members that were breaking our constitution. If you burnt anything, it's arson. If you killed anybody, it's murder. You understand? If you disturb public peace during the election, you come there and scatter the people, you are disturbing public peace. It's a crime. Just bring them to answer those crimes. Forget about politics. You are a citizen of Nigeria within the territorial integrity of Nigeria. You burnt people's cars. You killed 1, 2, 3. You were seen truncating a process, driving people, carrying ballot boxes. Start asking questions. If I am a bigwig, a kingpin, I will be afraid immediately because I don't know what those guys being arrested are saying. You understand? I don't know who they are implicating. Then let's go higher. The bigger people that you saw asking and making statements, you can invite them. See, before you go to the judiciary, investigating agencies must accumulate enough evidence to criminalize an action, or else you'll be getting a kind of extended judicial process because they will be needing you, the prosecutor, to provide the evidence. You see what's happening in EFCC and all that. So there is a constraint on the judiciary currently because there are so many judicial processes. The EFCC, the police took so much pain and risk to generate intelligence and evidence. At last, before the election, some governors were pardoned and released. People serving tenure for criminal activities in Nigeria went through the court process, are in the criminal justice system, were pardoned and released. You understand what I'm saying? So if we have that, it's already demoralizing the people that are involved in generating intelligence, providing evidence, and the judiciary that will take all of that and say you are a criminal and sentence you. So if we see a process that is fair, we'll begin to look at it. Because if I carry a gun today and I shoot at a crowd, the bullet will not look for APC, PDP, or Labour Party followers. It will kill anybody that it touches. If I throw a bomb in a market, the bomb, the shrapnel, the pressure will not disintegrate the life of party members that I wanted to. It will kill anybody in its path. So we must begin to look at Nigerians as a core factor in the things we do, the things we say, and the activities that we carry out.
Okay. Now, Darlington, we are counting down to the inauguration day.
May 29th.
May 29. As much as some persons have said it shouldn't hold, but as far as the Constitution is concerned, it is going to hold. It is a democratic activity that must hold. Otherwise, it's going to create a lacuna within the Constitution. Now, what kind of preparation should we be having as a people, and even from the perspective of security agents, to ensure that the day goes on and it goes on well?
Apparently, the security agents are alerted, particularly before and after the pronouncement of the other security agents, talking about the DSS and the Nigerian police. I did say earlier on that even though they came out to make that pronouncement public, they would have been following some persons. Calls would have been monitored. It's in collaboration with the Nigerian Communication Commission. The NBC is also involved. The NBC did not hesitate in hammering one of its own for what happened. Whoever thinks or is thinking that whatever he or she is doing may not be known, may be deceiving him or herself. May 29th is just next month, and I'm sure now is a busy time for security agents and the military. It will be a misnomer if the plans of a few who says that inauguration should not hold comes to pass. As we speak right now, nobody will be oblivious of the fact that the security agencies have been given specific instructions, and they would have been meeting on daily basis, even without the threat. Even without the threat, for every inauguration, security agencies have a way of meeting and planning for security for that day. Particularly Abuja, where the inauguration is expected to take place. And then we're talking about securing humans now for such activities. We always know that...
Especially presidents of so many countries that will be
here. That will be here. I was in one African country recently, particularly when it was just their Independent Day coming. The amount of security arrangement I saw was wonderful. I monitored from certain points till I got to opposite their president's office, and even beyond there to the airport, from there to the seaport to another point. The kind of security arrangement I saw, because they knew that I was expecting visitors. And these visitors, nothing must happen to them. And they must, not just the visitors now, even the indigenes, they must be secured. And so with the threats now, it will only increase the amount of surveillance, the amount of intel gathering, the amount of policing that will go on that has been going on, and that will also go on after May 29.